Hey, 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 we are live and it is St. Patrick's Day. Welcome back to another edition of Pints with Paul. I'm Palm Beach's Paul, your host here in South Florida. Got the music going, got myself a pint of Sam Adams in my Guinness glass, and I even got the old school. This one's old, went back like 10 years for this one. This one is the League of Extraordinary Beer Drinkers. Yeah. How do you like that? That's an old shirt from a bunch of beer buddies. So I'm excited tonight, folks. I have a special guest, a good friend who's going to come on and talk. He's a fellow realtor out of North Carolina, and he is into social media as I am, and he is really, let me turn this music down. He is really blowing things up on TikTok. So his name is Michael Corbett, and we've known each other for a couple years through Facebook, and he's just a great guy. He really killed it on Facebook, and then just kind of jumped over into TikTok lately, and is quickly already, I knew he's going to be close to 5,000 because I told him I'd buy him a 6-pack of beer and send it to him when he hit. So I know that's coming up any minute now. But yeah, so we're going to talk about social media, how social media is working in our business. We're going to talk about his real estate market because he's up in the North Carolina area. He's from Kings Mountain, and so he does a lot of business up there and does really great listing videos, and that's what really has grown his business. And so we're going to talk about that and kind of compare the markets, North Carolina, South Florida, and just have a little bit of fun. So I'll bring him on in just a second, but let's get the comment section going over here and see what's going on. We got Vincent, and Vincent, thank you so much. Let me put that on the show here. We appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you all so much for watching and supporting me. It means a lot. It's been real busy. I've had a great week. I had 4 listing appointments. Business is picking up, a lot of listings. I'm still working with buyers, which is probably why you guys didn't see a Tuesday video, my Tuesday tour. I apologize. I am in the process of trying to edit a video and get it up, but it's gotten real busy all of a sudden. It was slow, and then it kind of just blew up on me, but that's good, right? That's what pays the bills. So I've been busy with that, but I'm going to be keeping working on those videos and get those out to you. So, but yeah, so the market is still absolutely nuts. I have a property going on the market tomorrow, going live. I have a listing, and it's down in Coral Springs, a real beautiful 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath property. And I got open house this Saturday and Sunday, and I'm sure it's just going to be nuts doing that. It's going to be a crazy, crazy weekend. And then I picked up 2 more listings, one last night and one today. So, there's still properties coming around. People are still buying, people are still selling. You just have to look for it and handle the market. It's not easy for the buyers, and interest rates going up and everything. It is what it is, but it is still a crazy market with a lot of stuff going on. Vincent, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. So let me go turn that music off. I can still hear that music in the background. I'm trying to get to that, but yeah. So social media, it is what built. It's why I'm here, right? That's why I have this live stream. It's why I did the YouTube, going out and making videos and building content, because it brings people like you guys to me. The property that I'm putting on the market is one of my clients who found me from South Carolina, and he came down here and bought the house, but now they want to move to another part of the state. And so he asked to put his house on the market. And then one of my other appointments that I picked up a listing on that was also someone saw my YouTube channel about West Palm Beach. So social media works. If you're not doing social media and you're a realtor, you're not being seen. It's just that simple. You have to be doing something. So we're going to talk to Mike because man, this guy's like, he's so good on TikTok. It's crazy. I'm trying to do TikTok, but this guy, and he's just doing amazing things, and he's getting other agents to come to his business because of it. So it's like really cool. He's actually finding people to follow him, and then they're like, hey, I like you, and I like what you're doing, and like, I want to go work with you. So you know what? We've got him in the waiting room. Let's bring our boy in, Mike Corbett. What's up, man?
Bro, like hey, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hey, so it's not a real beer, it's a White Claw. So
that's okay. Right. You're a youngster.
That's all I got in the house. I have nothing else. That's all I got.
I'll toast you.
Awesome, anyway, man. Cheers, dude. Hey, man. Cheers. Thank you for having me on, bro. Thank you. Like this is awesome, man. I'm super excited about this.
I love the collaboration that I'm building with other agents around the country and the friendships that it's brought is just unbelievable. I mean, just the other day I met some of the greatest collaborators, some people that I honestly look up to so much, and down in South Florida, and they're from all over, from Canada and around, and just some really cool people, and it's just a neat thing, the friendships that I've been able to make just from making videos, and the people that we met, and just like you and I, right?
Right.
You young guy, old guy, we're like, we don't care. We're like, I like your stuff. I like your stuff, man. It's cool. So it's a lot of fun, and that's what I love about making the YouTube videos. It's creative process. It's fun, but also I'm supporting my family in ways that I never could have before. It's like,
Absolutely.
I mean, really, just the business this week is due to YouTube, and then other businesses, other referrals, but yeah, it's getting my name out there. So it's pretty cool. I was interviewed on a podcast on Tuesday, and because of those podcasts, because of YouTube, I've got a client from Canada that's like looking for properties, and they heard me on one of those podcasts. So it works. But enough about me, man. Just I know there's a 6-pack coming your way soon. Where are we at TikTok? What number are you sitting at right now?
Honestly, I haven't looked, man. I think I'm like 3,100 or 32, something like that. I mean, honestly, man, bro, like,
you've been busy.
When I first got into TikTok, I was like, oh, I gotta get all these followers. But now, dude, from what I've seen with TikTok, man, is anybody can get followers. It's how loyal are your actual followers? Are those people that are going to actually engage, with your content? Anybody could get lucky and have one video go viral and get on the For You page of TikTok and get all these extra followers. But when I look at it, I'm like, all right, if I get all those followers, are they really good? Are they loyal followers? So I've been kind of, knocking down probably about 200 a week followers that keep adding me. And I'm cool with that, because over time, they're going to be very loyal followers. They're going to engage, and we're going to end up building relationships through social media. And I like what me and you done, man, because I think you were one of the first people that I met other than like Tim Macy and Colin and RETV. Like
right.
Me and you kind of got into the video game about the same time, like that 2019 year or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
So we've always kind of just been in there together going through at the same time. So I think that's super cool, man. Like how we've been through at the same time.
It's so cool because we see everyone's business grow from it, but we also see everyone's social media presence grow, which is really fun. I mean, it is kind of cool. It's fun. You want to be out there. You're getting recognized. I know that it's opened doors for me where I've got to go and teach people how YouTube has building my business. And I know you just recently went with your friend Bob. You guys just went and spoke to other agents about how TikTok and social media can grow your business. And, I mean, either you do it or you don't. It's like for me, I know I have to make a video every week. It is just part of my business plan. I have to do it. Like it has. So I told the audience just a minute ago, I apologize for not doing Tuesday's video because they look for it. They're waiting for that Tuesday video and it's not there. So I feel guilty. I didn't give it to them, but it's busy. But I was editing all day today. I'm working on the video. I'll get it up for like a Saturday video or something.
There you go.
And then the live streams are great because I'm still feeding information to my audience, about what's going on. But it's you have to keep doing that social media, and it's so. But some people you either want to do it or you don't, and you have to enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy it. So that's a big part of it. But I know some people just won't pick up the camera no matter how many times, we just won't.
You're right. I mean, and you said it in the beginning, dude. Social media, it's not the future. It's the now. It's been the now for the last few years. And, I'm glad, like me and you, we got into it right when it started really taking off. And we're reaping the benefits of that now with all that hard work that we were putting in 3 years ago. Making this content and building our social media presence and our platforms from literally ground zero. And we're seeing that now. And now agents are coming to us because they're seeing our success. They're seeing that tip of the iceberg now, right? But they don't understand that there's a lot of work that goes into it. You do more work trying to create content on a consistent basis. Because I think you're like me, like your videos are your prospecting time. That's how you prospect.
Oh yeah.
I don't cold call or door knock. I spend all my time and energy, making content to put it out to my people. And, you know, people have to understand that, dude, you have to put that much effort into content on a daily basis if you want it to see benefits.
And it takes a long time, but this week alone, well, not this week, within this month, I've had 4 people reach out to me for a new construction project. Now, I didn't get all of them because one of them went there without me and they didn't know. And then like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, but that was a $600,000 pain. Like, I was like, but then that guy who found me on YouTube liked me so much that he told his neighbor about me and said, hey, my neighbor wants to go look up there. But I told him, make sure you call Paul before you go. Awesome, so now, so he's got his neighbor, and then his son, who's up in New York, is going to be looking to move down here from New York. So he's like, and then I had 2 other calls. I had another guy who goes, hey, I saw your video. You're like the expert. You're my guy. So if I go out there, I go with you, right? And I said, yes, sir. So that's new construction, man. That's like, okay, plant those seeds for next year, 12 months. It's like, thank you. You know,
absolutely, dude.
So it's exciting that it's really exciting that the business starts to do that. And it's
you know, it boils down to it, Paul. Like, it's the power of video. Video, I always tell people this. Video allows people to trust you without ever shaking your hand. And that is the power of consistent video, because you're probably like me. When you go to a listing appointment, man, you're really not competing. These people know you and they've been following you for a while. And they're like, all right, cool. I'm ready to hire you. What are we going to do? How are we going to market it? And there's so much strength in doing social media and video, man. And that's just powerful.
The listing that I picked up this week was from a guy. He's the same brokerage. He's a guy with Keller Williams. He was down and saw my videos, and they had to, you know, one of their family members had passed, so they wanted to sell their condo. And he basically said, you know, he had some people interview, but he saw me, and he's like, and then when I met them in person, they were like, you're everything that you were in your video. You're no different. I said, yeah, this is who you get. This is who I am. This is, you know, and he liked it because he was the same way. He was casual. He was no BS. He liked that I was a straight shooter. I wasn't fluffing, you know, just, hey man, I'll take care of you. This is how I treat my clients. I look casual, but I'm very serious about what I do. I'll do a good job for you. And because of that, I got a listing. So it's like, it's great. So yeah. And that's exciting for me because now I'm getting listings from YouTube, which is something new. I mean, like our friend Brad.
Years, bro. Like, it's only a matter of time for you with what you're putting content. Well, I've been telling you this for 3 years. Like, dude, you're just one video away from really blowing up even more than you already have. Yeah. And you're going to start getting these listings, bro. And I've been telling you that, man, because I'm a huge fan of yours. What you do, man. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing.
I appreciate it. You got Ramsey Stewart, Mr. Ramsey. Says, my man, looking good, bro.
Ramsey, what's up, buddy? I'm still getting used to this format of the comments and stuff, man.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to look at down the bottom, like, where are the comments? Where do I find the comments? So I'm like, all right, I'm so used to TikTok lives. Like,
right.
He said you're not supposed to tell people, Mike. Yeah, I know, man. I drink White Claws, guys. Hey, I'm too old. I'm too old to try to drink all these really thick lager beers, man. I just want to have a White Claw and be done. Just chill.
That's Give me my stuff. The wife was picking. I said, no, I'll do Sam Adams. Is fine. I'll get a nice Sam Adams. It's good.
There you go.
So, all right. So, I don't have dual monitors, so this is always a fun part of my show when I try to share. But I'm going to share the screen because I want to pull up one of your videos that you did. So bear with me, folks.
Which one?
Which one? It's one where you're walking down the road.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that one. That was a recent one.
Yeah,
I thought you were about to drop like one of my earlier ones. Like I used to share back in the day.
One second. Hold on a second. We'll go do this. Share screen. This is always fun when I'm doing this because it's so different when you don't have entire screen. Yes, share. All right, let's go down. Let's see.
Home buyers, are you looking for a house priced at $245,000? A house that was built in 2017, 3-bed, 2-bath with an office, with 2 acres of land? I'm Mike Corbett with Real Broker. Welcome to my newest listing at 244 Right Prong Road, Ellenburg, North Carolina. Let's go.
Nice.
Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets. Yeah, better move out the way because I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all that is. You better move, you might get knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out.
That was my favorite part. I
Dude,
love that. That was
that's.
my favorite part of the whole video. That transition, I love that. That was my favorite part.
Can you hear the music?
What's that?
And can you hear the music? Or is it just
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah.
Okay, good. Love those drone shots.
Yeah, my drone guy does. He does an amazing job on the drone footage, man. It's so clean.
Dude, that's. I mean, anyone with a pulse is going to watch that and be like, I mean, listen, I'm older, but I like music, so I'm like, man, that's fly.
I mean, that's one thing, dude. Like, I can't do that soft, like elevator type music, dude. I gotta have something that I can actually edit because I'm editing this video for like 3 hours, so I've got to have something that I can enjoy listening to while I'm editing, man. So it was like a mixed emotions. I had probably 80% of people that highly enjoyed that video.
Right.
And the other 20% feedback was like, I hate the music, but I
Yeah,
think
I've had the same thing. I mean, it's funny because I'm an old drummer, so I really like music a lot. So I'm always trying to look for something that moves me in the song, the music. You know, I don't want elevator music, right? This isn't the 1990s video with the pictures. You know, everyone put a bunch of picture collage. So you look for something, and not everyone's going to like the music. That happens. But in my videos, I'm trying to tell a story, and music's such an important part of telling a story. So, and even with you and hitting younger buyers and stuff, it's going to grab their attention. They're going to always be someone that doesn't like it, and whatever,
of course,
you know, it's like that's it. But yeah. So Ramsey says, did you guys see TikTok is having stories? Is that
I did? I'm already posting on stories. Yeah, so they just started that today.
That's different then.
Yeah, they just did the upgrade. So now, TikTok, obviously the TikTok's going to be doing 10-minute videos here soon. So their first phase release is stories that they're going to start doing, and it's obviously their TikTok's trying to go after every platform. They're trying to go after Facebook, IG, and TikTok. So adding stories now, you can actually click on somebody's profile picture and see their story just like you can on IG or Facebook. So yeah, it's a new feature. So I've been posting a lot of my videos as my story to see what happens. See if that gets pushed to the FYP page, see if it gets more views and more engagement on that side. So I've been doing that today. I saw that today. I was like, oh, yep, here we go. I'm going to post a video real quick and put it on my story and see what happens at the end of the day.
TikTok's definitely a different thing. I've been messing around with it. I made 3 TikToks today, played around with it, and I've definitely noticed I went from like 20 to 150 people following me. And I'm not, I'm just playing with it. So if you put it out there, I'm seeing the power that people follow you. And what's kind of cool though is I'm doing TikTok more to connect with agents. Like I want to build that I want to build that referral network. So I want those agents to be like, hey, I like you. I saw you on TikTok. You seem like a cool guy. You work South Florida. Great. I'll reach out to you. So that's I have no dreams of being TikTok famous. So
same here. Like, I'm doing, I committed to doing this TikTok live for a year.
Yeah, that's an amazing commitment, man.
Yeah, I know. Like, I don't so I can't take credit for that idea. It came, I hired a social media coach about 2 months ago. And, this guy that I've been following for a couple of years, actually met him through RETV, and his style of how he promotes his brand is very identical to what I want to do, what I've been doing. And he started it. He started doing TikTok live. He does it 7 days a week. He's doing 365 TikTok lives. And I was like, have you seen the benefit of that? He's like, well, look, man, at the end of the day, if you're giving people free information and not expecting anything in return, you're going to build a following just by accident. There's no try to it. You're just going to build a following because people are going to tune in every night at the time, and they're going to watch. They may not watch the whole time, but they're going to engage because they're going to get familiar with you, and they're going to get where they trust you. And that's going to build a huge following of other agents because you're providing stuff that they have to pay for. And you're not expecting anything in return.
When I look at what you're doing, here's the sort of comparison I give it. You're like the news broadcaster. You're the nightly news.
And what, dude? 100%. Well, think about it.
Your bit of information that you're delivering is at 9 o'clock. They know what time. It's the same time every night. You're there. They're going to go to it. You don't watch news all the time, but you want a part of it, and you get pieces and stuff from it. I pop on all the
Exactly.
time. You see me pop on all the time. I'll
Yeah, all
listen.
the time.
I'll get tidbits from it. I'm go, oh, that's a cool idea. I need to try that. Let me go mess with that. So
Mhm.
you kind of do that. So that's a brilliant, and that's the same thing with like me trying to be consistent with doing one video a week. It's hard as a realtor to say I can do it every Tuesday. I know some of my friends do. I'm just not as disciplined, but I do get a video out every week. And lately I have been getting one out every Tuesday, and then at least 2 times a month they know that they could come here and get a live stream. So
Exactly. Exactly.
which next week, man, I have the legend from Orlando himself, Ken Posick, is going to be on
Are
here.
you serious?
Yeah, I mean, like you talk about someone that's blowing up
Bro,
on
that's
YouTube. I know.
big.
And Ken is so
Bro,
cool.
that's super big. I'm glad you let me go first. I didn't want to come after him. Jesus Christ,
Ken
there ain't no
is
comparison with that guy. He's a monster.
Ken is so
Gee.
cool. He is such, like I said, when I talk about the friendships, we don't even really know each other except through Facebook. I've never
Yeah.
met him in person, and just like you, but you get to know people, and he's been so helpful. Like he's like, hey Paul, do this, or hey Paul, here's a good idea. Like I posted something in my Facebook story, and he sends me a thing that says top 5 luxury condos, West Palm Beach. Like
Yeah,
he
right.
throws ideas at me. Like he's sending me stuff. Like he didn't have to do that, but
Yeah,
he
exactly.
does, and he's just like a cool guy. So, well, we're gonna talk. Let me first say, Renee, thank you, love you, thank you, I love that, thank you so much. I'm happy that I could help you guys. Happy St. Pat's to you as well.
Awesome.
I
Yes.
I started this
Awesome.
channel. It was all about telling my wife, said, hey, I want to make videos and see if people like it. One way to help you out, make you get familiar with South Florida. And so I thank you very much. That means a lot to me, and I'm glad I was able to help you guys. So that's awesome. I love that.
That's so dope. That's
So
awesome.
so let's talk about how social media changed. So let's talk a little bit about you. You got into real estate. Tell me when you got into real estate.
So
How
I got
and
my
how you've been doing it.
license. Yes, I got my license in July of 2018 is when I got my license.
Okay, and you went and
Mhm.
worked for brokerage and just did the regular thing, or?
Yep. So my path to where I'm at now is you gotta kind of start from the beginning. So I was in the car business for my entire life. My dad was a dealer, so I already had this pre-designed destiny that I was going to be a car dealer for my entire life, right? And I worked in there for 13 years till I was 30, and I was making 6 figures a year for probably a decade or more. And but I was working a lot, working 80 plus hours a week. You never seen my first son at the time. Never saw him at all, hardly, because I was working. So I woke up one morning after being at the dealership until 12:30 at night, and I said, I can't do it anymore. I'm done. So I walked in, I quit, gave them my 2 week notice. And car business, they don't honor 2 week notices. They pretty much tell you to leave right then. They
No
have like a
sales
lot of
job does.
yeah,
No,
yeah, they
no
have a lot
sales
of
job. I've been in sales my whole life. As soon as you say, "Hey, give me my 2 weeks," they're like, "There's the door." They don't
yeah,
need
you're
you
out.
anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So I was there for a few years and they can replace you within 48 hours. So,
yeah.
that's the hard thing. So I quit, called a real estate agent, sold my house, and my youngest son was going to be born in less than 30 days.
Wow.
So I did all of that to pursue my fantasy of being in real estate because I've always been flirting with that idea, And so that was me committing myself mentally that it's sink or swim, bro. Like this is what you're going to do. So got my license, and I had a lot of trouble finding a job. I was pitching these ideas to other real estate agents firms, and about that I wanted to do video. Now this is 2018 now, so a lot has changed since then. But
Right.
pitching the idea about wanting to do video and use social media to build trust from people that follow me, where they will reach out to me for my services versus me reaching out to them to gain their trust. And every real estate agency in my area pretty much laughed at me. I had the main firm that I wanted to be at. I'm not going to drop names, but let's just call it AB Realty for example.
Right.
That's who I wanted to be with. I wanted to be with that firm so bad, and they told me I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't AB Realty material, and that I don't dress appropriate enough to be successful, and that my idea of video is a pipe dream. It's just not going to happen. So I had a lot of adversity coming out the gate about wanting to do video as my primary lead generation source. And I called the agent that sold my house a few months, and her name was Tammy Parker. So I was working at Tammy Parker Realty. So just imagine how hard it was to try to brand your name at Tammy Parker Realty. You know, that's just super tough. So I didn't pitch the idea of video because she was more of an old school agent. She really didn't see the value in video. So my first year I did the door knocking. I cold called, door knocked, send out mailers, and bro, I went broke, like super broke. And I decided to come back to the idea of doing video. I committed myself for 6 months. I said, look, I'm going to give myself 6 months of making a video a day to see if that would generate me any business. And if I don't make any money by 6 months, I'll go back to the car business.
All right.
And
Before you I don't want you to say what you did because I'm going to ask you what you did, but keep going. Don't. So, okay. Sorry.
Oh, you want me to keep going? Keep going.
I just don't want you to say what you did in volume yet.
Oh yeah. Okay. I won't do that. So, I, dude, I was doing all kinds of videos. And Paul, I'm sure you remember a lot of my very first videos. They were super bad, very low quality. Didn't know what I was doing because I had zero experience in any type of video or editing. Didn't know how to do any of it when I picked up my cell phone for the very first time to make a video. So I probably posted between 250 to 300 videos within that 6 months. And bro, I was doing everything, like going to restaurants and businesses and daily market reports and doing crazy listing videos and all this kind of stuff. And nothing was working. Like I was not getting any engagement at all. Nobody was calling me or texting me, DM me or nothing. Like only person that was sharing my stuff was my mom. Like that was it.
God bless moms.
Yeah. Thank God for mom. Right. But, so I'm getting down to like the last week of my 6 months and I'm broke, bro. Like it was Christmas time. I couldn't even afford gifts for my kids. I mean, I bought them gifts, but it was like Dollar General type gifts, bro. And I was just broke. And I had given up at that point. So I was like, look, man, I've got one more video idea. Like I always keep a book. I don't know how you keep your ideas, but this is like one of like 50 that I've kept over the years where I write down all my ideas. Yeah, I write down all my ideas.
I need to do that. My wife's been telling me for years to do it. I will give her all the credit. I don't do it. I need to write them down. But she goes, plus I'm old, you'll forget. She says, I'll forget. Okay, so I need to start writing it down. But yeah, that's cool. I know about your book.
Yeah, so I legit, I write down every idea. Like no matter, like if it's a Steven Spielberg production idea, I write it down. Or if it's something as easy that I can do like with my cell phone, I just write everything down. And I've been doing that for 3 years. But I had a last idea. It was called, you're from Gaston County If video. Yeah. And, it was a video that talked about the quirky things in my county. Like
remember that.
How it's like, there's a really bad traffic circle that everybody wrecks on and like how the roads change names and stuff. So I posted that with, last ditch effort. And when I posted it, nothing happened, like nothing for a few days. Like my own mom didn't even share the video at that point. So on my way, I was literally on my way to a interview to go back to the car business because I had 20 or 40 bucks to my name. So I get a phone call from a guy that's been following me for the entire time, but has never engaged. He's never commented, never shared it. He's like, bro, I want you to sell my house. And I got the listing somehow, sold it, made just enough money to pay my rent and everything for the next month. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, that Gaston County video went viral in my area. I think it had like 100,000 views of a town that's got like 200,000 people. And my next 15 transactions for the rest of that year came directly from that video, all closed transactions. And
one video, 15 transactions, people.
Yeah, I think it equated to about 4 mil or 5 mil total in revenue.
That's crazy.
Yeah, from that moment on, dude, I was like, this is it. I just have to be consistent. I've got to make a video a day, and I haven't stopped. Thank God for that one video, because I probably would be back in the car business if it wasn't for that one video. And
this is where dude, beyond awesome. And I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that about you. I knew some of the stuff about you. I didn't know that. So, all right. So here's the part that I love. So you went, ABC Realty was like, you're not our type of person. You don't fit the mold. Your video's a joke. That's not go. Can you tell the audience, Mike, what you did in volume last year as a realtor, as a single agent?
Yeah. So last year I did 41 deals at like 10.5 mil and some change.
10.5 mil. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So I don't know a brokerage in the world that wouldn't be like, dude, you're so right for us. Like, that's crazy. Anyone would be like, when so, but that's following, that's being true to yourself, and that's what this road took you, and that's what I've believed. And when I did mine, because I know I had people like, what's this old man riding a skateboard for? What's he riding a bike for? It's like, and stuff like that. And my business last year was the best year ever. The year before that was good. This year is going to be even better. I've got a pipeline that's full, and I'm going to keep making videos as long as this old guy can get on a bike and ride and walk around and sell videos. So, but that's awesome, man. So, what a story. So that is so cool. So what is, so you're doing a lot of listings then up in the area. I know you work with both, right?
So last year I haven't actually like looked at the numbers, but I'm kind of guessing roughly. So I did 41 deals. I think like 31 or 32, maybe 33 were listings.
Wow.
So, and then most of the buyers that I had were the sellers that had to sell and buy. So, but it's just I mean, I didn't intentionally do that. I was just wanting any type of business, but I guess because of the videos that I'm doing, and nobody in my market still to this day is not doing videos.
Nice.
I think that attracts more sellers on that side. And that's why I get more seller leads than anything. And it all, everything comes from social media. Like all of my business, they start the conversation with me every time.
You didn't have to take like $1,500 and pay XYZ company for these great leads where they promise you they'll have people call you and then, here, you need us because you can't live without us. So you're going to pay us $5,000 a month, and we're going to send you these quality leads where, I'm sorry, hi, is Mr. Johnson there? I don't know who you're talking about. It's the wrong number. Or
no, actually, well, my agent's out of town this weekend. I was hoping you could maybe show me this property. Like, are you kidding me? Like, for real?
Yeah.
So I did do that. In my first year, I spent $5,000 for Zillow leads, and literally I got not a single person on the phone or a return text back from spending that kind of money. Yeah. I fell into that trap my very first 6 months in real estate by doing that.
I don't cold call. I don't pay for leads, and my phone rings with business. So
same here.
And I know yours as well. So
same here. Absolutely.
Cool, man. So, so you're in Kings Mountain. Let's talk about a little bit about your market. Let's talk about for the people watching. I know there's people that kind of know me for South Florida, but some of the audience members may live in North Carolina. Some of the audience members may have friends. Some of these people may want to move to North Carolina. How are things looking? Yeah, how are things looking up there in the Kings Mountain area? What are prices? And I know the market's crazy, but
yeah, it's tough up here, man. It's so I'm part of what they call the Charlotte MLS, which we service 13 counties. So pretty much, if you look at the map of North Carolina, if you take Charlotte, which is Mecklenburg County, and go west to like Asheville, like right below Boone, like where the Appalachian Mountains are and stuff. That's our market. That's our MLS. So I did a video last week, or actually this week, and it was talking about the market. Our month supply of inventory right now in 13 counties is 0.6 months. So we're at like 23 days, 24 days. Wow. We're actually about 20 days of inventory. And that's
you have less inventory than us.
That's every priced home from $0 to the millions. 0.6 months. So our market, like our median sales price, obviously it does drastically change per county. Like I would assume most states do, but I think our average for the county is like $350 is our median sales price, which has gone up from 2020 from like $260 to $350 of the median sales price. So obviously prices are increasing everywhere else as well. So it's super competitive, man. Like, you can still buy a really nice house for $350 or less. You can still buy a 3-bed, 2-bath, probably 1,500 square foot rancher or 2-story house. That's nice, somewhat updated. You can still find those homes. But it's obviously just like everywhere else, there's multiple offers on everything, and anything under 275, 250 is good luck. Like I have a couple buyers in that price point now, and we've been looking for a couple weeks. We've made a lot of offers, and we just can't compete. It's really, really tough. And a lot of buyers are seeing like, look, I'm gonna have to sacrifice, maybe a 3-bed, 2-bath, maybe do a 3-bed, 1.5 bath or 1 bath, or I need to, give up some land, or I need to give up some amenities within the property just to get into the house. Yeah. So we're having those conversations on a daily about stuff like that. And, what's tough up here is we have due diligence fees in North Carolina. So, we have due diligence fees and earnest money. So a due diligence fee here in our state in North Carolina is a fee that a buyer pays a seller once you have a fully executed contract. That is a non-refundable fee. And we're seeing due diligence percentages between 4 to 5% of the selling price. So, for example, I've had buyers on $300,000 have to risk $15,000 in due diligence. If they walk away or terminate the contract, they've lost that money. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's black and white. You've lost that money.
So that's not like their escrow deposit, like their good faith deposit when you first make the offer. That's in addition to that. Wow.
That's an addition. Yes. So you have buyers right now that is legit risking their entire down payment to just win a bid and go under escrow. And then heaven forbid and pray to God the home inspection's okay. And pray to God it appraises for it. So, I mean, in our state, if it doesn't appraise,
they don't get that money back?
Absolutely not.
Oh my God.
The only way that a buyer would get that money back is if the seller terminates contract. And if that happens, obviously the buyers can sue for simple possession, and a court system will make that seller sell them the property if nothing's been violated or breached in the contract.
Right.
So that's what's tough in my market is, we don't even do earnest money anymore. We may do like $100 because there's no weight to it. Due diligence is what's winning bids. And it's not the highest offer that wins. It's the most due diligence, because like me as a listing agent, bro, like if I have a buyer giving me $15,000 in due diligence, that's a done deal, bro. They're done.
They're not going to walk. Yeah.
They can ask for all the repairs and concessions and credits they want to. All the thing the seller's got to do is say no. What are you going back out?
And they can't get that money back.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
Man, that is so different. Yeah, no, down here, I mean, it's you put that escrow deposit. People ask for big escrows, but your escrow deposit is, unless you do something foolish and break the contract, you can contest it. But you have your inspection period, and if your inspection period down here, if you don't like the house and for whatever reason you cancel, you get that escrow back. Now, someone could contest it, but then they're going to tie their house up in court, and it can be a whole headache.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, and then even if they don't get approved by the homeowners association for a certain reason, if something came up and they don't get that approval letter down here, because we have a lot of homeowner associations, and it's in the contract, they get their escrow back. Because it says that that's one of the contingencies, that they get approved by the HOA or a lot of things. So, I mean, I haven't had any of those happen, but wow, that's
a certified check going to the sellers within 3 business days. We have 3 business days to get it to the sellers in their hands, and that check is cashable. And so obviously, if a buyer makes it through due diligence and escrow and everything, and they go to close, obviously the seller credits them back whatever they put down in due diligence and earnest money or whatever to put towards their loan. But that's where I've been bringing a home inspector with me on showings, because that puts so much pressure on us as agents that we have to practice outside of our scope license. I'm not a home inspector. I can't legally tell you this stuff. I just from experience. But you have to make that decision within 30 minutes if you're going to make an offer or not, and you've got to put that amount of due diligence there, or you're not going to get seen. It is, dude, and that's what's so tough, man. It's super tough here for that exact reason. Like, there really needs to be a cap on due diligence to make it fair, because there's a lot of deserving families out there right now in my state that can buy a home. And 2 years ago, they could have bought a really nice home. But now, they don't have that much money. Not many people have that kind of money just chilling in their account to risk
No,
it. You know what
no.
I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
what we have to do. And that's what's so tough, man. And that's happening in every price point. The higher it is, the more due diligence you got to get. Like I had one 2 months ago. It was a $400,000 priced house. We got $35,000 in due diligence. 35 grand.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And the appraisal came in bad. The home inspection has some pretty big issues. And dude, my seller said, they cancel. I just made 35 grand profit. I'll put it right back on the market. I don't care.
Man, I hope they don't ever do that in Florida.
Yeah. Okay.
All
And
sorts of trouble.
Bro, North Carolina, we're a caveat empire state. We're buyer beware. And seller disclose it, what they know. And it's on the buyers, man. So that's what's so tough about my state. The buyers. Yeah. Super, super tough.
Down here, I mean, we're at 1.1 for inventory, one supply. And then right now the median price is, what did I look at? Just it was 525. It went up to 526.5. So the median price for a single family home now is in the fives. That's and it was crazy. Like it's like 526. And the hard thing for me down here is, and this is crazy, but I'm working with clients that are buying homes in the 900,000 price range, and we're getting beat out. We're getting beat out by cash. Like
that's nuts.
We're looking at properties 800. They're one of my clients I found from YouTube, and I love them, and I want them to get a place. But we're literally going and looking at stuff, and it's like, and then we find out cash, and it's just like, are you kidding me? But these people are coming down from upstate, man, and they sell these $3 and $4 million properties, whatever, and they're walking in and like, oh, 800, sure, no problem. Here, cha-ching, open my wallet. It's like,
bro, I've never even shown a like $800,000 house before. Like I wouldn't even know how to act. I'd be like, oh wow, this is so nice. Whoa, this is cool. I wouldn't know how to act. Like, bro, I don't get those type of clients.
It's silly. There's so much money down here in South Florida. It's crazy and stuff. But yeah, definitely different though with the real estate. But it's still, we're saying that same thing, low inventory. The people that are in the 300 to 500,000 dollar price range, it's so competitive, and
it is.
What we're seeing, not as many cash buyers in that area. Some of us, I was talking to a realtor today, we're not seeing maybe as many cash buyers in that realm. Maybe it's sticking up to like 600, 700, 900, which is crazy, but down on the lower side. So it's more competing against other conventional loans and stuff like that. So it's terms and how quick they can get the loan approved and all that stuff, and the best the best offer and all that. So I'm going to show a couple a property on Saturday, and it's like they're showing it one day, and then all offers are due Sunday, and that's it.
I mean, I'm getting that same. I just got a notification on my phone just a minute ago. It's like I've got 4 showings lined up tomorrow to show a buyer, and one of them's already got it hit the market literally like 30 minutes ago, and it's already got multiple offers, and they're calling for highest and best by tomorrow at 6, and we're showing it at 4. I'm like, bro, like, dude, like, let it play out for a few days, man. Like, come on, let it play. Give us time. Like, so literally my buyer's got to make a decision on that house in 30 minutes for us to have time to submit it.
Well, I know something that gets you heated, and I've been a little heated about it. And I know a lot of agents may not like it, but whatever, that's okay. And it's the double dipping. And I think, and I think there's a lot of agents. I mean, again, it just seems like some agents don't want to return your phone call. It's like, why wouldn't you want to return a phone call to the agent or a text, and they're trying to answer your questions? And it's like, other than, what, you're too busy, or is that you're just trying to make sure that you feed your own base? I mean, it just seems a little annoying that they can't get back to you. And this, like, I've never seen a market where so many agents refuse to get back to you. And I'm like, well, we're busy. No. I'm sorry. If you're that busy as an agent, you're that successful, you have that much going on, then you're making enough coin that you can hire a virtual assistant or somebody. You can hire someone to answer all of your phone calls and get back to the agents, because I have buyers asking questions, and you're trying to get a question answered, and the realtors aren't calling you back. And I'm sorry, but if you're that agent, go look at my TikTok. I got a TikTok for you. I made a TikTok just for you agents. So
that's one thing. Like when I get a listing, one thing I do pride myself on, and I think anybody that's ever worked with me on a deal, either in escrow or they didn't win, I will communicate with everybody that calls me on my listing. Like when I get a listing, That day it hits the market, those 2 days, so all my listings go live on Friday and I let it play out the entire weekend. So that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I don't do anything else but field phone calls and answer emails. And every time, I had a property 3 weeks ago that closed, we had 27 offers. And I called 26 agents and I told them that personally, phone to phone, I'm sorry, guys, your offer wasn't accepted, but I'd be happy to give you feedback if you would like it. Now that took me 2 hours of my time to do that, but I think that's the right thing to do. In this market, 100%.
I have a letter that my manager got me that he shared with me, and I address the email addresses all of them, but in a polite manner, and it's kind of like, hey, I'm sorry, but after great effort and all that, the sellers have chosen. But thank you for your offers. You're all great agents. I understand how hard it is. Good luck. You're being decent. Yeah. You're being a human being, saying, hey, I know.
I'll be happy with that. I mean,
I've been in your shoes. I've been in your shoes. I know how much it sucks. So
dude, I get so mad. Like when my buyer will text me, hey, I saw that house we made an offer on, was under contract on Zillow. I guess we didn't win, huh? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Seriously? And then you try to call the agent, they don't return a phone call. They don't return a text. That is like, I would take any type of communication that, hey, we didn't win. Thank you so much. I appreciate, at least you told me. Thank you. But we have so many incompetent agents in my area that really it just makes me extremely pissed off. And these are the same people that sent me emails years ago talking about my videos. I'm like, bro, you can't even return a phone call. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Do your job.
That's
yeah, that's just one thing, dude.
You just do you treat people the way you want to be treated, and the people who know that get back to you. And I had that conversation. So my listing is going on the market tomorrow, and just the same thing you said. The guy, he actually teaches a class. The realtor called me, and I spoke to him. He goes, "Man, I'm so happy you answered your phone call." And I said,
"Dude, I get that so much too." It's like when I call the other agents back, they're like, "Wow, you're really calling every agent?" Yeah. Because I look at it, dude, that agent's going to remember that.
Yeah.
And if they work with me, if I'm a buyer's agent, they're listening, they remember that. Like, dude, I remember that, dude. He actually called me back.
Yeah. And I understand some agents are so busy, they have big teams and they may not be able to personally take your phone call. Plus, we're in a time and age where, boomers make phone calls. Everyone else texts. Okay, so text. But the problem that heats me is that they're not answering a text. And if you're if you're so busy, nobody's doing so many deals, you can hire a service that will take all your text messages and respond. I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson's busy, or hey, you didn't get that. Like someone could respond back.
Absolutely. Nobody. I don't care how many you do. I don't care. You're not that busy. I'm sorry. You're not. So what happens is people get overwhelmed with text messages and they just forget. They don't want to tell you. They don't see it for 3 hours and they forget to respond. And they just too embarrassed to respond that late. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. They don't want to own up. Like, look, man, I just forgot to text you. I'm sorry. Like, I would appreciate that. Like, bro, thank you for being honest. Like, that means a lot to me. Like, at least you were honest. I'm fine with that. But nobody's that busy though.
I had to tell someone that this past week. I said, called someone, they were looking for something, and I apologized. I said, man, I'm sorry, the text message. I saw it and I meant to give you a text, and then it kind of got down on the list, and then I had a bunch of text messages, I didn't see it. And then I called back and said, I'm really sorry. Like, I said, I'm really sorry. I didn't call
Absolutely. You back. I mean, we're human. I mean, we're going to make that mistake. But if you just refuse to acknowledge it 100%, dude, that's just a different story. That's just being incompetent at the end of the day.
Yeah. So, it's your market it's similar to down here. It's the same story, same craziness that's going on.
Everywhere. Yeah. I mean, I have so many sellers that want to sell, but they're like, well, damn, I can't find nothing. What am I going to do? I'm like, well, can you buy a camper? Can you do a short term? Well, a lot of people here, they're not doing short term rentals anymore. They're doing a minimum of a 12-month commitment on a rental. They're not even doing 6 months. Yeah, they quit it. So like a lot of people they have to commit for 12 months for a rental, and it's tough. And so that's what's hurting us as well. They have nowhere to go.
Yeah. I'll hope things will turn around. I know, although the interest rate just went up, everything's going up.
Bro, so, I don't see it. I don't see it changing until there's more houses.
I know, and how do you get more homes? Like, how do you magically have more homes, right? I mean, new construction, that's a year if they can build them. Down here, we're limited on land in our part of Florida. We're very limited on land. So it's just you kind of keep just dealing with it, and hopefully eventually you find that right person, that right connection, and the offer gets accepted and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I know it's nothing like ever. 9 years, I've never seen anything like it. So, and you always get that question. I know you get it. I get it when I do my thing. What do you think the next 18 months is going to be? And I'm like,
it's
unless
going to be worse.
unless I start seeing a bunch of people putting their house on the market, it's just going to be the same thing, because either you have it or not. So, all right, man. So social media's been doing good for you. What's new for you? Like, what do you have planned for 2022? What are some of the goals and things you want to do? I know you're working on the TikTok.
Yep.
What you're growing a business. By the way, you guys, I put it down here, you got Mike's information. He's with Real Brokerage. I've got his TikTok, right? Mike Corbett 1.
That's it, man. Yes, sir.
And there's his sales. So if you need to reach out to him, make sure you follow him on TikTok. He does deliver some great stuff, and he has some real funny videos.
Thanks,
so
bro.
it's just good stuff, man. Good stuff. But what you got planned, man? What are you looking for goals this year?
So my 2022 goal was, my word was delegate. Up until this point, I was a one-man show. I did my own photography. I did my own videos. I did my own editing, did my own marketing. I legit did everything. I did my own compliance paperwork, everything. I did that. So starting this year, I had 41 deals myself. Last year was just too much. I literally went crazy.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't do it. So, and I wanted to increase my production of content. So since then, I've hired a coach, a social media coach that I speak with on a weekly. His name's Todd Collins. And literally every time I meet this guy on a Zoom meeting once a week, he provides me so much more knowledge that I never thought of, and has dramatically increased my business and my presence of my content. I've hired a full-time videographer and photographer to help me with videos. I still like to go and film my own listings. That's just something I really enjoy doing. I love that part. So I'm always going to do that.
Right.
But he's going to do my photos and my drawing work for me. And if I need a secondary hand for me to be on the camera, he's always there to help. And then I've also hired a social media team that is going to be managing my social media accounts.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually hired them yesterday. Matter of fact, Tuesday. Today's Thursday. Yeah, Tuesday I hired them. And that was a very big financial commitment for me. I never would have thought in a million years that I would be paying somebody to do my social media for me, but it takes time to post and to engage, and they're going to handle that for me. So all I've got to do now is I've got to film, and all I have to do is dump content. They're going to edit everything for me. They're going to post it for me. They're going to give me analytics of when things need to be posted or how to post them. And I'm excited about that. So that's taken a lot off my plate, where ideally, like, my goal is I want to just be able to film the content, have somebody edit it, and then post it. That's all that I want to do. That's all that I want to do. Yeah, that's what I want to do. And eventually, I'm getting into YouTube. I'm getting prepared for. I've got a documentary that I'm working on now, that I'm going to post for YouTube. And I got my speech.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm doing a documentary of the whole listing side of a deal.
Very cool.
Yeah, I recorded a lot of footage of me taking phone calls.
I love stuff like that.
Negotiating, stuff like that for the house. And right now we're in that down period where there's nothing really happening. We're waiting on the appraisals and stuff like that.
Right.
So once that picks up, I'm going to start recording more stuff on that. So that should be I want to show people that we do a lot more than just open up doors and put signs in the yard,
Yeah.
So
that's cool content. People will definitely dig that.
I think so. And then I got my speech. I had TJ come down from Baltimore, and he filmed a lot of footage for me at the speech that I gave last week. I'm gonna post that on TikTok or on YouTube. And I just want to make more content. I want to get more. And I'm doing a lot more of repurposing content. So like I'm recording this right now, actually on my cell phone. Like I've got it right here, right beside me. So
nice, man.
I'm going to send that to my editor and look, find me 3 or 4 10-second stories off of this footage that we're talking about and post it for me.
So that's what I got to learn on. I need to learn how to do that stuff.
Dude, just record
everything. And I know you've been telling me for a long time that I could take content from my videos. I just have to figure out how to cut it and take pieces out of it. Yeah. And repurpose it.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure I said something that could be beneficial to somebody or some agent during this conversation. So, and I just upload it, I dump it to them, like, here you go, find something, and let's go. And eventually, my plan is that, I'm going to get onto the YouTube side. I'm going to be more involved in my area, kind of like what you're doing. I'm going to be way more involved in my area, doing local content about my area. And I want to get where I'm, excuse me, I'm posting a video a week on YouTube. I'm going to go into that route and see what that goes. So I don't have to worry about editing now. They're going to do it for me.
Yeah,
so
that's
I
huge.
legit, I have no excuse. I have zero excuse now. All I got to do is hit record and post. That's it.
And that's a hard one for me, man. It's funny because the editing part for me, and people are like, why don't you have someone edit your videos? And it's like, because I like it. I like editing.
I do too.
I know it's a time suck, but the problem is I like putting my spin on my story, and I like picking my song. And I know you can probably tell someone to do that, but it's like you could tell someone how to paint, but they're not going to paint the same way you paint.
Yeah, I get that.
And so for me, it's and I don't know. At some point, if I get to the point where I have to, I guess I'll have to, and I'll be calling you, say, Mike, who do you recommend? But I don't know. It's just it's so hard, man, because I still to this day, when I'm editing a video and I do something cool or I make something cool, and the beat hits right when the clip hits and it just hits that vibe, I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna be good, man. That's like so that's
well, see, that's the thing that I look at, man. Like, all right, I'm still going to edit some of my videos, but I don't have to edit everything.
Right.
So, I give them the very easy stuff to do, just the filling content. And then if I really want to go crazy on a video, I can film it, edit it. I have time now. I can do that.
Yeah.
But like my last 2 weeks of videos, they've been edited by somebody else. I've not edited them. So a lot of people, that's what I'm saying. They think it's me editing because I gave them all of my footage that I have. I was like, look, this is how I've been editing. I want you to mimic this 100%. And they've done a bang up job on it, but I'm not big on revisions. Like if they send me the file and as long as there's no, anything crazy on the editing, roll with it, dude. Let's go. Dump it.
That's awesome.
Post it. Yeah. So, I was like, just make sure the audio is not boring. Give me some upbeat. I don't care what type of audio you use, as long as it's upbeat and I can bob my head to it. I'm good. Post it. Let's roll. So that's been good for me, on that side. But I think, like, man, if you really want to even expand your YouTube side to even get more content out there, that might be something down the road to look at, bro. All you have to do is film it, and that time you're taking to edit, you can make more content. And then you've got a library full in your drafts, and you could post it any time you want to, realistically.
I had some guys that I hired some guys to film me on that big $4.5 million property I did because I knew I couldn't do that on my own. And it was pretty cool just being able to focus on showing and pretending that I was like $1 million listing agent and, hey, welcome to this $4.5 million house. And you walk through it and stuff. So it was pretty cool having someone film you and do all the drone shots and stuff. So it is interesting trying to do that stuff. So I'm seeing if anyone wants to ask a question. I threw up the question. We had a couple people on, a couple people off, but if you guys out there have a question for Mike, feel free to ask him. We got a few more minutes here before we'll probably cut it off and let him go. So I know he'll probably want to get about a half hour. A half hour to eat before he gets whatever and unwind, and then he'll be live. So
I'll eat afterwards probably. I'm a late eater though, man. Like I don't use from the car. I'm still used to the car business time, like not getting home until 9:30 or 10 every night. So that's when I usually eat dinner. Like
I worked at CarMax for all, dude.
Oh, you did? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, okay.
I was a CarMax guy before I got my license. So when I was going to school.
Yeah. I was a finance director, GSM, GM, ran the store. I did all that big stuff. Yeah, no,
I was not a car salesman, guy. It was not like I had great customer service awards, but I wasn't for me, man.
I was deadly. I was really really, really good, especially in finance of upselling people on warranties and I was really good at that.
Gotta get that gap.
Yeah, always. No, that's one thing I will tell people: always buy Gap. I don't care. You don't have to buy a warranty, but always buy Gap. 100% buy Gap. But I was really good at that, but I always hated it because I never bought warranties on my cars or anything else. But I'm pitching it so hard to these people that they need it, and I don't actually buy it myself. And it's like, I feel dirty. Like I didn't like the feeling. of that. So, but hey, man, you know, it is what it is. You had to do it because that was part of our job.
Yeah.
But I am glad that I'm out of it. Like, I don't have to sell now. You know, the selling aspect is, I don't have to do that anymore. And that's just, thank God, I don't have to.
No, I'm good. Oh. Sorry, my wife was in my ear.
Like, oh, that's cool. No worries.
So,
all right, hey Paul, look, man, we got to set a time. I got to come down, bro. We got to.
Definitely.
You know, we've been talking about that for years. We've got to make this happen, man. Like,
well, we go to North Carolina, so
I want to travel.
Yeah, we go to North Carolina, yeah, and we go to Helen. So I know Helen's in your neck of the woods, and that's not too far.
Yeah, it's about 2 hours from me, so not far at all. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Georgia next weekend. I'm meeting a couple other guys from Rio. We're filming a parody video at this $1 million property, which I'm pretty excited. Yeah, we're doing like a Scarface parody, parody.
Oh man,
yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Like, I'm actually going to dress up. Can you believe I'm going to get a suit and a nice button up and some slacks? Like, I'm going to dress up for once in my life, or in my real estate life. People get to see me dressed up and looking all fancy.
That's funny. That's
funny.
I'm
excited, bro. Super excited, man.
Well, that's cool, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Congratulations to all your success and everything that you had.
You as well.
It's a lot of fun. I enjoy meeting other realtors and talking. That's one of the cool thing about us is that we're different companies and yet we all get along and help each other and stuff like that. So and it's just a great group of people that we meet and everything. But yeah, man, I'll probably be having a beer and sitting and watching all your TikTok stuff.
Yes, sir.
So I appreciate it. So hang on for a second. So let me get this. Let me go up here for a second. I'm always trying to find the buttons. That's the only thing about this, Ben. You got to learn where all the buttons are on this thing. So, all right, guys.
I've never learned StreamYard. So
StreamYard's fun. It just takes a while when you're trying to figure it out and stuff. But so, all right, everyone. So that was Mike. His contact information. If you didn't get it, I can always put you in touch with Mike. He's blowing up TikTok, and go follow him. He'll be on at 9:00 tonight if you want to see him. And if you're looking to buy any real estate in the Kings Mountain area, you want to reach out to this guy. He will take care of you. He crushed it last year. He's going to crush it this year.
Yes, sir.
So, and we'd love having guests on. So next week we've got a monster coming on board.
Ooh,
we have the Mr. Ken Pozek from Orlando, Florida, and he is just unbelievable. This guy's got 20-something thousand subscribers, did 100 million. I don't know how many he sold. So many homes last year. It's crazy.
I think he's already done like 100 this year, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done like 100 homes already. His team's already done 100 transactions this year. And he knows everything about Orlando. So he'll be a fun guest to have on. And as always, and we'll try to. And I have some more guests lined up. I have a mortgage broker coming back on towards the end of the month. So we'll be talking to some guys about some of the new programs out there and how to hopefully win a deal with a mortgage. But anyway, I know Mike's got to go, and I'm going to get a beer and chill out. And I think the wife is telling me there's some pizza. So, all right, guys, until next week, as always, when you're in the Palm Beaches, get out and enjoy paradise. I will talk to you next week.